I just got back from Vancouver. I was up in Vancouver. I directed my 3rd episode of The Flash. It was fun. It was awesome, man. I go up there, like, you know, in TV, they don't really need a director in episodic TV. Cast and crew make that show every week. If you ever look at the credits of your favorite shows, the director's the only name that really changes and stuff. That's how replaceable that a director really is. So it's weird. When I show up, I find myself at a loss. It's not like when I direct a movie, I'm involved in every aspect. But on TV, I'm not really. I'm kind of a bystander who gets to say action and cut. But as a fan of the show, it's fun because you get to watch that get made. So it always feels like when I go up there that I'm not so much the director of the episode as a Make-A-Wish kid that gets to that gets to go to the offices and I sit in on all the big meetings and stuff like that, and I watch like very talented people who do this every week, sit around and talk to each other, how they're gonna plan this, how we're gonna make her fly, how we're gonna do this and whatnot. And then periodically they remember I'm there and they look over at me and they go, "What do you think, Kev?" I'm like, "I think that sounds awesome." You know? And they're like, "Okay, big guy," you know. And they go back to making the show and stuff like that. So it's been nice. It's been a nice thing to do, to go up there. As a fan of the show, I get to watch stuff get done. Jason Mewes, the guy who I stand next to professionally and personally for the last 30 years and stuff, is the biggest CW fan on the planet. Like, basically the demographic, I think, is 12-year-old girls and Jason Mewes. He loves all of those shows, man. He goes deep on them. He's always loved, like, you know, preteen or youth dramas with heroic action in them and like that. Like, he loves all the CW Supernatural and stuff. When Arrow started, he was always trying to get me to watch Arrow and stuff. He'd be like, "You gotta watch Arrow. I used to write Green Arrow comics and shit." And I was like, "How is the show?" He goes, "Awesome, man. This dude, Stephen Amell's amazing. You gotta see this shit." Look, he pulls out his iPad. Always has an iPad and a holster on him at all times and stuff, so he can watch his programs, pulls it out and pulls up this scene, and he shows me a shirtless Stephen Amell doing this impossible exercise called the salmon ladder, where he's just like doing chin-ups but throwing the bar up in the air and catching himself and stuff like that. Something that I'm like, this must be done with CGI. And they're like, "No, you just have to be in shape." So I'm watching it, and he's all bare-chested and oily and sweaty and I was like, "What's this have to do with Green Arrow?" And he goes, "Oh, you want to see him shoot a arrow, do you?" And he pulls up another clip, and he shows me a clip of Stephen Amell shooting an arrow, also shirtless. So I was like, "I think you like this show for reasons you don't understand yet." And he goes, "Watch it with me." And I was like, that might cross the line right there. I was like, "No, you watch it. Let me know how it goes and stuff." And he did. He watched it forever, and then they introduced Flash in season 2. And he's like, "You gotta watch this now, man. They're doing Flash, and you love Flash." And so he did. He got me. He hooked me, but not like by saying, "Watch the show." One night, I got this call in the middle of the night. Jason Mewes called the house. And like I said, he lives near me, so he never calls. It's weird when he calls the house. Since he lives like around the block, he just pops in like Kramer and the adventure begins. You know, so I looked at the phone was ringing, and I saw it was his name and stuff. I said, "Oh my God, something must be wrong." I picked up the phone. I was like, "What's up? You all right?" And he goes, "Turn on the TV, turn on the TV right now." And the last time he called screaming, "Turn on the TV," was September 11th, 2001. So I got scared, and I was like, "Oh my God, are we under attack by ISIS again?" And he goes, "No, man, King Shark is on Flash right now." And I was like, "You piece of shit, you almost gave me a heart attack." I thought ISIS had reached American shores. And he goes, "Who the is she? I'm talking about Flash."